Hello, and welcome to day 3 of the 5-day strategic HR sprint, where you're building your confidence and your skills about being strategic in your HR role in just 10 to 15 minutes each day. Whether you're doing the sprint live as each episode is published, or you've only just found out about it and you're joining partway through, welcome. It's great to have you here, and I hope you're going to really enjoy it. No matter when you find this video or this audio, you can still sign up for free to access all the materials that go with each day's activities by going to brightskyhr.co.uk/sprint, or by using the link that I'll put in the show notes and the YouTube description for you. And if we haven't met before, hello, I'm Faye Wallace, a career and executive coach with a background in HR, and I specialise in creating resources and services to help HR professionals have successful and fulfilling careers. If we have met before, hello again. It's wonderful to have you doing the sprint with me, and I really hope you're finding it helpful. On day 1, we talked about what it really means to be strategic. We explored the idea that strategy is about shaping the future. Yesterday, for day 2, we started looking at how to take an outside-in approach to learn more about the sector and the trends impacting the organisation that you work for. And today, we're going to go one step further. One of my favourite books about strategy is Good Strategy, Bad Strategy: The Difference and Why It Matters by Richard Rumelt. I like it for lots of reasons, but one of the biggest is that Richard Rumelt spent many years helping organisations develop their strategies. And through his work and his research and throughout the book, he shares the patterns that he's noticed, the mistakes organisations often make, and what good strategy looks like in practice. One extract from the book is something that I come back to again and again. So in the book, he says, a good strategy honestly acknowledges the challenges being faced and provides an approach to overcoming them. And the greater the challenge, the more a good strategy focuses and coordinates efforts to achieve a powerful competitive punch or problem-solving effect. This was a real light bulb moment for me when I first read it. The book helped me realize that good strategy doesn't start with a long list of actions. There are always 100 different things we could be working on. But being strategic partly means deciding what not to focus on, so your time and energy are spent tackling the challenge or the challenges that will make the biggest difference. So, for this day of the sprint, I'm going to encourage you to identify one challenge in your organization that's worth focusing on. Now, the challenge that you choose may well depend on the role that you're in. If you're in a more senior level role, you might find that it's easier for you to choose a challenge that's organization wide. If you're earlier in your HR career, it might be something much closer to your own role that you have influence over. Neither approach is better than the other. This is all about being strategic. It will be strategic no matter which one you do. The important thing is choosing a challenge where you can make a positive difference. And to help you do that, I've put together a worksheet for today's activity. You should have received it in your daily email in your inbox this morning. If you don't have it, don't worry. You can still sign up to receive the whole sprint for free at brightskyhr.co.uk/sprint. And I'll send you all 5 days of the sprint, including the worksheets. If you've got the worksheet in front of you, you'll see that it gives you a few different ways to identify a challenge that's worth focusing on. If your organisation has a clear strategy, that is a great place to start. Have a read through it, look at the priorities it sets out, and ask yourself, which challenge or challenges is this trying to solve? Maybe it's that the organization hasn't been generating enough profits, or that it has a particular product that isn't doing as well as it used to. Maybe an expansion into another country didn't go as well as hoped. Maybe there's a fear that it doesn't have a broad enough range of services, so it wants to acquire another business that already offers that services. The challenge or challenges can be almost unlimited, but if it doesn't work for you to read through the strategy, don't worry. It could be that your organization doesn't have a strategy, or perhaps the one that it does have isn't very clear, or it feels a bit out of date or not very strong. In that case, the worksheet gives you plenty of other ideas. You could think back to what you learnt yesterday about the external environment that's impacting the organization you work for. Maybe you felt excited about the idea of focusing on one of those things. So you're going to pick one of those ones. Or if you're still stuck for a challenge that you'd like to help solve, you could look at data. You can look at things like employee engagement data, staff turnover, absence data, recruitment metrics, or it could even be that you just reflect on the conversations you've been having with managers and employees. Where do the same frustrations keep coming up? What problems seem to be getting in the way of your organization succeeding? Where do you find yourself thinking, there must be a better way of doing this? Once you've got a few ideas, just choose one and ask yourself, if I could improve just one thing over the next 6 months, what would have the biggest positive impact? That's the challenge that you'll find probably the most helpful one to focus on for the rest of the sprint. And don't worry about trying to solve it just yet. Tomorrow, we'll start exploring what's really causing the challenge before we think about the best way to tackle it. Unlike the other days in this sprint, I haven't actually included an AI prompt for today, and that is for a good reason. The reason is that today's activity is about identifying a challenge within your own organization, and I didn't want anyone to accidentally share confidential, commercially sensitive, or personal information with an AI tool. I think there's way more risk of that happening with today's activity than with any of the other ones. So instead, I'm hoping that you're going to find the worksheet valuable enough on its own and that you're not going to miss not having an AI prompt for today. But before I go, I would love to hear how you're getting on with the sprint. If you'd like to share your progress or any insights or anything that you're enjoying about it, please do leave me a comment underneath this YouTube video. It's so exciting when I get comments on there. Or maybe post about the sprint on LinkedIn and tag me in so I can see it there. Or you can always email me so you can reply to any of the daily emails that you're getting from me. It's amazing to hear from you, and I really appreciate any feedback that you have for me. So that's all from me for today. Goodbye for now, and I'm looking forward to being back again tomorrow with day 4 of the sprint for you.